You see the weather in the Bahamas today. It is so beautiful, so bright and clear, and a little cooler than we normally have it, and drier. There's less humidity. This is a fantastic time of year, and residents and Bahamians always look forward to months that are a little cooler, but they're still bright and beautiful. And so it's good to have this change. Change is the constant when it comes to being in the world. And yet, there's something that never, ever changes. It never comes and goes. It remains the same. I remember when I must have been maybe 14 years old, and I was with my grandmother. It was her birthday. And she turned to me and she said, it's really weird. She said, I look in the mirror and I see this grey hair, I see wrinkles, and I see this old face. But she said, and it's a shock. She said, it's a shock because she said, I feel exactly the same inside as I did when I was really young. And I remember kind of being a little bit confused by it, but totally understanding what she was saying. There was this felt sense of being able to really grasp, not through the mind, but through this sense of knowing that what she was saying was real and true. Because I was familiar with, I knew this place that she was pointing to, and I knew this place of stillness and absolute peace and tranquility and authenticity. This place was very much what I would have described as being home. And the thing is I remember when I was about 7 or 8, I think 8, but I had real difficulty learning to tell time, which it disturbed my parents and my teachers. They didn't know what to do with me because most kids at the school could tell time, a lot younger than I was. And so they were spending a lot of time trying to get me to understand the mechanics of time and how to divide time and all of those things. And I just could not wrap my head around. I just couldn't understand it because, from the earliest age, I had my experience of life was kind of beyond time, because I would have out-of-body experiences, lucid dreams, visitations from angels. I'd have these experiences in the waking state that, again, were timeless, where I could tap into planes of being and I would hear things. And the same in the dream state. I would wake in a dream and realize this is a dream and I'm dreaming. And then I would sometimes be confused about which state of being I was in. And that held true in the waking state as well. So there was this kind of mix, I suppose, of having difficulty recognizing, because everything, and this is hard to put into words, but everything was timeless. And there was a recognition of timelessness and being able to exist simultaneously through all states of being. And so constraining that and contracting that down into time was problematic. So I share all of this to say, if you are seeking, if you're a spiritual seeker, and you feel frustrated with the search, and you feel like you can't understand anything, you can't wrap your head around it, and you get frustrated with teachers who are saying to you, everything's already here, you don't have to search, and all of that. it can be really helpful, really, really helpful just to let all of that kind of seeking energy go and look at your life and seeming problems from this space of stillness. Discover this place because it's always here. And the easy way to do it is by looking at what it is you think you don't have. So, for example, if you think, I'm not enlightened, and you want to be enlightened or self-realized, just pause for a second and just investigate and look and see what is between seeking and not seeking, or what is between enlightenment and being unenlightened, whatever that means. Because when there's a continual drive to keep going, to keep going, to keep going, to keep looking, to keep looking, to keep looking, to find the next retreat, the next program, the next teacher, the next book, all of that, then there's a constant overlooking, there's a constant denial of what is already here from the place or the state of your own seeing and perceiving. And all of that seems too simple. We're used to complexity. We're used to being given these notions of layers and levels, especially with respect to, this seeking game. You have to study up to level 1 and then level 2, and maybe improve the length and time of your meditations. Instead of doing 20 minutes, you do an hour, and then you do 2 hours, and there's this continual idea that you have to keep, moving, rather than just stopping and pulling back. And being in this space or this state between not seeking and seeking, or not doing and doing. This is what the poet Rumi meant when he said, out beyond the idea of right doing and out beyond the idea of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I will meet you there. So in other words, what is here between the opposites? What is here? So I'll leave that with you. I hope all is well wherever you are in the world, that you have some bright, beautiful days, and that you're able to see that what you have been searching for is here. All right, so take it easy, be well, and bye for now.